Feeling alright?
Now I am.
Let me hide my farmer stand. We got beat up at the track Sunday.
Did
It was
you?
hot.
Yeah.
It was like cold, and then it was just
Boom. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Snap.
some lots of things ending this week.
Yep.
We had Endgame, very fitting name,
Yep.
and then we had the last episode of Game of Thrones. I'm sorry, the last episode of The Villain.
Right. That last episode that might matter.
I don't know.
We'll get into that. Yeah. We have two huge cultural events happening basically at the same time.
Is it same culture though?
Yeah, but pop culture. The people that care about one thing care about the other, generally speaking. And they were hitting us with this. This would be like if Julia Roberts and Meg Ryan.
Time out. Spoilers ahead.
Yeah, we're going to spoil the shit out of everything.
Spoilers. Spoils.
If you don't know that about this podcast, yeah, we're not a preview podcast. We're a commentary podcast.
We talk about shit after it happens.
Yes.
And sometimes before. We have some...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so...
And we do lists. We do all kinds of stuff. Yeah, this would be like Julia Roberts and Meg Ryan with a romantic comedy out on the same day. Women would blow. Well, that's probably a 20-year... Probably dated myself with that Julia Roberts, Meg Ryan thing.
My mom would...
Okay, so what would it be now?
I don't know.
I don't know either. So let's not pretend like we do.
We're not their target audience.
No, we're not. But we are the target audience. Where do you want to start? I think Game of Thrones.
Yeah, let's just jump right in.
Season 8, Episode 3.
I guess we can just go straight to, I guess, a big controversy is Death of the Night King.
Yes.
Are you happy? Not happy? Somewhere in between?
You had to kill him eventually. And I guess, and this was neat. The way that they did it, the actual physical act of catching the dagger and stabbing him, that was a cool thing to watch happen. But I think I share America's concern in that you got 3 episodes left, and we've got a pregnant lady and a sexy pirate. And that's the only ones left on the board.
And you got some gold cloaks roaming around somewhere too.
Yeah. Something tells me when they see dragons, they're gonna
flip their shit.
Yeah, change their
mind. They've seen elephants.
That's true, but they don't have elephants.
She really wanted those elephants.
Really wanted those elephants.
I don't think I'm happy with John's part.
Okay.
I'm content, happy. Like, they set it up for a few seasons about Arya, and I'm mad I didn't catch it when she said, and blue eyes. Yeah. And it didn't click until after she stabbed him. I was like, blue eyes!
Oh, right.
But I wish at some point they at least fought. Like, did something.
Yeah, you could have had a fight before he raised, because you have that whole scene where John's trying to chase him down, and that's when we should have our sword fight. You don't have to have John end the night. You didn't have to kill the Night King, but...
Or even somehow he catches up to him in the courtyard or something, and they have a little fight.
Something.
And then his pet dragon comes and breaks up the fight, and John hides from the blue flame.
Yeah.
I would have been perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, he didn't need to end it, but you have set this up as Jon Snow versus the Night King for 8
the entire
seasons.
movie.
Yeah.
I mean, entire.
Since Hardhome, when they're staring each other down, that was the moment when you set the expectation that we were going to get
And this whole diverting of expectations, I think they take it too far and you can still have them fight, but not have the outcome we think is going to happen.
Right.
Like, the entire country is probably a little disappointed with the fact that he was 10 feet away from the Night King and didn't even...
Nope. Didn't raise blades. Nothing.
Yep.
That, I felt like we should have gotten at least a little bit of a fight out of that.
Because instead of having part of Arya's little weird book library shuffle, could have just had a minute-long sword fight that gets broken up. Some weird, a swarm of White Walkers or whatever come in and just split them.
Yeah.
Something silly like that.
And the other thing people complain about is the level of darkness. It is called the Long Night.
Yeah.
I think that should be a point that people... It's supposed to be dark, but I agree with people.
I was perfectly fine with it. I saw everything that I think I needed to see.
You have superhuman vision, though. The rest of us mortals were stuck trying to see shit in the dark.
It's just a 4K TV, man. That's all I got.
Is that what it is?
That's it. And I watched it in the dark. Unlike this room.
Yeah.
The opposite of this room is what I watched
This
in.
is very light, this room. No Night King in this room. Yes. But I don't need to see Jon Snow holding his dragon tight as ice hits him. And we saw a lot of Jon Snow holding his dragon tight as ice hit him. I don't need...
Okay, I can agree. Some parts probably not so necessary, which could have been used for the 2 minutes or a minute long sword fight with the Ice King.
I would have loved to see it.
Yeah. Why do I call Ice King?
You've been calling him that a long time. Yeah, he's the Night King, but who cares? He's made of ice. Yeah. It makes sense. I love that little smirk he gives Dany, too, after he takes the fire, the dragon fire. It's like, cute. Nice try.
And and then she goes, oh shit.
Yeah, I better fly away. Dany has a couple of moments in this episode that are... I can't understand what the fuck she's doing.
I didn't understand their plan to begin with. Like, why wait? Just use the dragons as long as possible.
Yeah.
You have 2, he has 1. As far as you know, I don't think the adaptation is as is in the books because they're stronger. Like, the White Walkers are stronger in the books than they would be in, like, I would be 3 times stronger if I became a White Walker in the books. But whereas, like, the polar bear that was, like, fighting them, not any stronger than, maybe even weaker than a normal polar bear.
Right.
The polar bear would just be like, your head's gone, you're ripped in half.
Well, those were incredibly fierce fighters that the polar bear was taking on. But I agree with you.
I think it's just 1 for 1. I don't think it's any, like, super strength or anything like it is in the books.
Yeah.
And I guess they're not even supposed to be, like, zombie-like in the books. They're supposed to be
there's a difference.
Weirdly handsome or, like...
So the White Walker would be, like, the generals or the lieutenants or whatever. And then the White, W-I-G-H-T, is the zombie. He doesn't care about the Whites. The Night King throws them everywhere. They're basically people.
They're pawns.
But his... the fight that they have in the Hardhome episode where Jon fights that guy, that would be a White Walker fight. But they have a scene with Sam where he kills, I guess that's a White Walker, but it doesn't look like one of the generals. And I think that's when they started to confuse it. I think it's season 3 maybe.
When he, like, stabs it in the back with the random shard of glass he had
Yeah. Well, he finds the dragon glass when they're at the Fist of the First One.
Yeah.
Yeah. So... I think from there, the show just decided they're all kind of the same, so we're just gonna, But in the books, you're right. There's a big difference between a White Walker and a White. Big difference.
Well, I guess they made the Night King. He's obviously faster, stronger.
Yes.
Because he just turned around and was like, I got you, bitch.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Smooth move by Arya. I can't.
Well, she did it to Brienne.
Yeah, that is true. I didn't think about that.
And Brienne had the same look on her face.
Yeah. But,
It's like, oh.
Okay.
Little Swifty.
I do think we spend a lot of time running around Winterfell and all the different... I mean, I get that that's exciting and stuff, but it's a lot of time.
And I think they're just trying to set up, like, everyone just feels hopeless and they were just running for their life.
Yeah.
Or, like, because how long can they show someone just swinging their sword at unnumberable amounts of foes that just keep coming? Like,
by the end of it, they're all standing on giant piles of limbs. Yeah.
So, like, you can only see so much of it before you get, okay.
Yeah, this is getting boring now.
But I guess they should have had, like, a better mix between the two.
Yeah.
But you saw Arya's fight just fine.
Yeah. Yes, but... and I thought the thing that they did with the Dothraki, while it was visually very effective, watching the lights go out was very scary, but we've been watching the Dothraki fight for a long time and we got nothing. We didn't see anything that happened to them. They just hit a wall of dead people and... Yeah.
And only, like, 20 or so came back.
And they were hightailing it. A couple horses.
And Ghost. I didn't see him
either.
after, or even after he raced.
Yeah.
Everyone back up. I didn't see him at all.
I didn't either. But they're not going to kill Ghost.
Nor did Bran Worgen to Ghost.
Maybe he did. We don't know.
He was in the Ravens.
Well, okay. The whole time. See, I think one of the theories going around is that Bran's talking to the Red Witch. That's when because when he goes back in time, he says Ned or father or whatever, and Ned turns around. So obviously he can affect the past.
Well, yeah.
Is he going back and telling the Red Witch what to do so that she's there for her key parts?
No, I think the Lord of Light is. I don't know what God is affect. I think they're all just as powerful in their own way.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Three-Eyed Raven. I don't know his. It's the old gods, so there's multiple.
Yeah, it's confused in the books too. We're not supposed to know.
Yeah.
I think what the religion part of it is we know that this is coming, that this guy's the Night King's coming again, and we're gonna need these kinds of people in order to beat him. So you need the Lord of the Light kind of people. You need a many-faced god. That's Arya. You need all of these different people. John's the old.
You need
gods.
all these puzzle pieces to make the puzzle.
So you need a father, a mother, all the different gods represent a person that is going to be needed in order to defeat the Night King, save the living.
And one stupid arc that ended so stupidly was the guy that was raised 6 times just so he can rush Arya down a hallway.
Yeah, he had to get Arya into the room with the Red Witch.
I feel like the Hound was doing that just fine, even without him. So I feel like there was just underplayed his major. Okay, we're gonna bring you back 6 times.
Yeah.
Just so you can deflect a couple lights.
Yeah, well, he also goes north with John to get the
but with or without him, I don't think anything changes.
I don't think it would have mattered either. Yeah.
Because Danny was the savior up north, so it doesn't really. That whole ending, I forget his name.
Benedict Dondarrion.
Yeah, Benedict. It was just a pointless. Oh, okay. You got her through some hallways.
Yeah.
We're done with you now.
It wasn't like a glorious death or anything. He's just
if there was a White Walker that was chasing her and he fought it and killed it and then he got her through a couple more hallways.
Yeah. And it was only him. Yeah.
Way better of a story ending.
Yeah. They don't all get to be
which is
home runs.
I think one reason I want to start reading the books, so when he actually finally finishes his book, I can be like, oh, this is how it should have been in the movie.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to, because he's had plenty of years to finish. He hasn't.
Well, I think he just wants to wait.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to read it whenever it comes out. But
well, how long did it take him to get out the first couple of books?
These started in the 90s. So HBO picks up, I think, book 4. So there's already 4. When they picked the series up to do the first season, there's already 4 books out.
And there's supposed to be a 5th one? Or did he finish the 5th one in...
The 6th one is what we're waiting for, I think, or the 7th. Should probably know, but I don't.
Either do I.
So he released a bunch of short stories about a different time, but there's no...
Is that what they're going to do, the
I think
prequel movies, short films or whatever they're called?
It's called... He's Duncan the Tall. He was a hedge knight, which is a knight that travels to different kingdoms. We shouldn't spend a lot of time talking about this, but anyways, they do mention him in the series, but it's always in passing. They sing songs about him, it's that long time ago.
Yeah, 300 years ago.
Yeah, when the
conquering
Targaryens are having a civil war, that's when it is. Dance of the Dragons.
All right, so then we have.
So we should talk about who died. Jorah Mormont has a pretty nice stand protecting Dany.
Yeah.
Who shouldn't have been in trouble because you just tell your dragon to fly with you on it when they start jumping on your dragon. You don't wait until they've piled on like a bunch of ants.
Yeah, when the first one hops on, you're like, okay, let's
go. Let's fly now.
Because we had that same same series of events, scenes.
Yeah.
When she was in the gladiator pit.
Yeah. Stop letting them hit your dragon with arrows. Just fly away. But she doesn't.
She didn't learn, apparently. Maybe third time's the charm.
What we needed was her and Jorah by themselves so that Jorah can have the wonderful death, glorious death, but still, come on.
I think I would have preferred him to, like, die saving Sam or something, or, like, his cousin, or, you know, stuff.
Anything, yeah.
But I guess him dying for Dany, that's what he's been doing for like, the whole...
pushes himself up just so he can get the last couple. I mean, it's a hero's death.
Yeah. There's one more hero's death, which I actually kind of liked better than I thought. I cared more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Some
guy named Theon Greyjoy.
No, I call him Reek.
Reek.
I call him Reek.
Not Reek. He's not been Reek for a while. Yeah.
For like the 3 episodes he's been in this season, he hasn't been Reek.
Right. Well, his hair's back. He had the long flowing locks.
Oh yeah. Too bad he doesn't have his penis though.
I just want to know when he's going to kill John Wick's dog, because whenever that happens, that's when he really gets fucked up.
Yeah. That was he was dead, he just didn't know it yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually started
to
actually root for Reek.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I didn't think I would do this. But maybe because he was protecting Bran, which I honestly didn't care if Bran died or not, because Bran, let's be honest, that is the stupidest character in this book, movie, show. He sits in a chair and does nothing.
Well.
Or does he?
Or does he? He does the eye thing. You don't know where
he
went.
wargs, he does whatever. I don't, like, they don't tell you either. So
no.
if they never tell you, he's the stupidest character. All he did is give his sister a fucking knife.
If he had to tell people the truth, what would he have told them? Most of you are going to die so that I can live.
Well, I guess he knew.
He can't tell them the truth.
Well, no, I suppose not. Just like the next guy couldn't tell people about the future either.
Yeah.
Then the next show we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
But still, at the same time, like, he can at least act like he could, if he knows what's going to happen and kind of whatever, he can act like he's doing something proactive, so people don't sit there and be like,
yeah, no, I agree.
Hey,
but
you're going to go now?
It's an impossible way to write that character. If you give him any kind of, then he becomes a bad guy who allows bad things to happen.
Well, no, you just have him warg into, like, Ghost and show that for, like, 2 seconds, and I'd have been like,
okay, he's in a fight, yeah.
Okay, I got it. No, you didn't see that?
No.
You saw him go into some crows, and he went up to the Night King.
Yeah.
Okay, he's actually here. Okay, this plan's gonna work.
Yeah. And then he does do the nice thing and says, hey, Theon, it's okay to die, man. Go ahead and die.
I forgive you.
Yeah.
But I think he knew that's what Theon needed to hear to do that, to save
absolutely
that, like, extra 10 seconds.
Yep, Arya needed all that time.
But I really thought he was, for a half second, I thought Theon was going to be the one to kill the Night King.
Yeah, I never even kind of thought it.
Because, like, when the Night King stepped past him and, like, Theon started to, like, groan on the ground, I thought he was going to get up and stab him in the back.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, he had to get tortured for, like, months and months from...
yeah, he should be fine with a couple of pokes.
Just one poke in the gut? Man, you little bitch, get up. But no, that's what I was like, man, he went through all that. He can take one little stabbing in the gut.
Yeah, the
Night
Night
King sat
King
there and died. I was just like, oh, that was disappointing.
You thought the Night King underestimated Theon Greyjoy.
there was that split second. I was just like, oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
I also thought Arya was dead. I thought if she's gonna go after this guy, he's gonna kill her, and then kill Bran, and then Jon will fight him. That's what I thought. But the move was slick.
No, as soon as Jon got behind some rock and there was dragon,
the dragon was standing on top of him.
Either Jon's gonna die right here, and I'll be really disappointed, but he's definitely not getting to the Night King.
Yeah,
because he's still surrounded by hundreds of whites and the White Walkers, so Jon's not getting.
Yeah. No. So I did see one video where they did a pub in London when the Night King gets killed by Arya, just the reaction in the pub, and it was World Series when cheers that went up. It's crazy to me. This thing was, people were acting like this was, I don't know, real life.
Yeah. Well, no, I think I cheered out loud.
Did
too.
you cheer out loud?
When I saw her jump in the air, then I was like, oh.
Oh, I think I did that.
Oh. I was like, oh. Ooh.
No, yes.
And I was like, yeah.
And then I remember thinking the very next thought was, we've got 3 episodes left. What the fuck are we going to do for 3 episodes?
Yeah. I mean, I think that Danny's going to burn the country down.
Yeah. No.
No, it's all going.
Okay.
Like the first Tigerian. She's going to be like, you guys didn't come up and help? Fuck you, bitches. You're all going to die.
She's going to melt King's Landing.
Just...
Yeah. I don't.
Well, I was right about Winterfell.
You were. You were right about Winterfell. I was absolutely sure Winterfell was going to fall. It's called Winterfell, but I was wrong. I'll admit it. I was wrong. I've read all the books. I've watched the show multiple occasions, every single episode. You were right. I was wrong. Enjoy it.
Because next episode I'm probably going to be wrong.
Well, let's find out what's going to happen next.
I think there's going to be a long, heated discussion in the North.
Yes.
It's going to involve the North saying, why would we go fight for them? Well, fight the South. We don't want anything to do with it.
Yes.
Or, I guess it can go both ways because they didn't come and help. So they're like, fuck them bitches, let's go kill them.
Yeah.
But who the fuck is left?
Yeah. That's the question.
Like, because all the Dothraki are dead. Most of the Unsullied are dead.
Yep.
Because I think when he
did
the bridge, they were still hordes. I think all of them.
He knows it when he lifts the bridge up that he's just killed all these people. Yeah.
So I don't
know what kind of an army they're going to be able to have.
Those dragons are going to do a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Lots of heavy lifting.
Yeah. It's going to have to be a strategy thing. It's going to have to be a Jaime Lannister thing.
But I don't think there's 3 episodes left. How much strategy can you put in 3?
I don't know. Unless we get one episode at the end that's just all happy, joy.
But every season has had that last episode. So I guess of fighting, we only have 2 left.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Unless everyone dies, and then that's the last season of it.
Cersei wins?
No, everyone just somehow like someone's dying, kills Cersei, then they die after the fact, and then Varys becomes. I don't know.
I would love a democracy plotline. How about that? How about they decide?
That's what I think.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Well, the North is going to be their own. It's going to be like what the Europeans like.
Yeah. So you got France, Spain, and that's what
United Kingdom and like everyone just the United Kingdoms or whatever.
Yeah.
UN.
Yeah.
United Nations. Sorry, I don't know. I said kingdoms.
United Kingdoms makes sense. UK's. Yeah, I think that's where we're headed. We're headed to a democracy. That'd be nice. But who knows? Is the Night King coming back again? Or is this it? Are we still on that cycle?
How... Like, I would like that. So Jon has his sort of ending.
Yeah.
Whether it be death or victory. But how there's all the children of the forest are dead?
I don't know. We haven't.
Well, I guess
seen
there's that one island where he was created.
Yes, but that was way in the past.
But I think there might still be some there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Neither do I.
It hasn't showed any.
We only see the children when they're north of the wall. We don't ever see the children south of the wall. So, I don't know. Honestly. I don't think this iteration will have a Night King, but I think there's a historical cycle where it'll come back around, the Night King will be created again by whatever magic, and they'll have to rise up again this next new generation hundreds of years later.
Yeah, because the whole thing, this doesn't make sense. He waited 8,000 years to do what? Just kill the 3-eyed raven? Like...
Yeah. I don't understand his plan. I don't understand why he puts himself in the middle of everything. Just kill everybody there.
Why does he, like... Apparently he has full control over all of...
Yeah.
You know Bran's not going anywhere.
Yes.
So just...
You can tell where Bran is because of the mark. So you say, okay, he's in the Godswood. Kill everything within 100 miles of the Godswood.
And then you're like, oh, well, there's a bunny rabbit left.
Maybe.
I guess I can come down now.
I guess it's arrogance. Could be arrogance, where he thinks there's no way that these people.
Yeah, but he's waited 8,000 years.
Right.
To come do this.
And he's not made any other mistakes.
So I don't understand.
Yeah.
the entire episode doesn't make sense.
No, because you have to assume he expected the dragons to come. That's how he was able to kill the dragon and take it over. So it seems like this is part of a plan that he knows. And then all of a sudden he's forgotten the plan.
Yeah, like Danny did. Like, I don't...
Yeah.
Well, Danny did it from feelings, and I don't think that Night King has feelings.
I think when we saw both of them up there, I knew immediately that Danny was not going to wait for the Night King.
And then it showed all the Dothraki, like, swords go out. I'm like, oh. Why did they ride off in front? Did they think? I don't know what they were doing.
Yeah, why won't they just wait with everyone else so that everybody can help everybody? But that's what they did.
It should have been like the Unsullied in the front.
Yeah.
Making the barricade wall.
And then they
flank.
In. Yeah. Flank's the word.
Like they're on the other side of... They wait for some signal.
Yep.
And then they ride around, just doing loops.
That's how cavalry is used in every battle of this series.
Cavalry never leads the charge.
No.
Which is why I was just like, what?
Except the Stannis thing, but that was a surprise attack.
But it was still a flanking because they were still engaged.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen horses attack from the front.
No. And the plan, let's leave Bran in the Godswood. On Jon's part, this is a dumb plan. And it works, but it's a dumb plan. I stand by all of that I said before. Militarily...
Do you think maybe it's because they're no longer going off the books?
Yes, I do think that's why.
They are nowhere near as creative as J.J.R. Martin?
Yeah. I think he's got time enough to think it up so that it's flawless, but they are making it television.
Well, it's like you're the ones... You're writing the book, and you're like, well, this is how it's going to end. Arya's going to kill the Night King.
Jon and Danny are
going to kill each other, and Tyrion kills Cersei.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all he gives you, and you have to make I guess it was into season 4. So 3 more seasons of...
Yeah.
However you want to make that happen, make that happen.
But there were a couple of things like Hodor. There were a couple of things where they were linked in exactly how he wanted it to go.
Well, I think specific things, but I think he wants to make his own...
Yeah. That's 2 price points. So now you've sold it to HBO, and you're going to sell it to me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes more sense. And the books are not the same experience as watching the show. It's a different thing. You're going to get a lot more detail, and it's a lot more fantasy elements to it. The magic is more magic-y in the books. But it's still dark, and it's still got the same basic tone. But
I think this loses the elegance of subverting our expectations. He does it really well.
Yeah.
Like, you never know, like, the first 3 seasons, 4 seasons, I was just like...
Yeah.
What?
He had you by the...
Why did you kill him?
Yeah.
What? Why is he
Ned
still alive?
Stark's the hero of the show. Yeah.
Dead.
What's going to happen to all his kids?
Dead.
Mostly. So, we have the... We'll do one more Game of Thrones thing, and then we'll get to Endgame. We have the conflict now. Sansa, Dany... We have conflict.
I think in the show, I think they're just going to get married. There's no more conflict because he's the king, she's the queen. So he's still technically the king of the North.
She's still the queen. Yeah, he could be... Well, give it to Sansa. Sansa's the...
She's going to be the warden of the North.
Yeah. Does Tyrion and Sansa end up together? Because they have a nice little moment in the crypt. But I think it's more of a we're about to die.
I think it's going to become a thing. But then I think one of them's going to die.
Oh, okay. Not Sansa, then. It's got to be Tyrion.
Yeah, I think...
Yeah.
I think he's going to be too clever for his own good, and I think that's going to get him killed.
Yeah. Maybe that would be Cersei kills Tyrion, and that's why Jaime kills Cersei. Something like that.
Some weird triangle because
Yeah. We need to have at least a couple of shocking deaths. Because you've killed the Night King. You've got to give us something in these last 3.
And no one really died of
No one really died.
You have Mormont.
And Theon.
Theon, we were all happy with dying for the past 3
We knew
seasons.
he was going to die. That was obvious. And they gave him the moment with Sansa that made it obvious. Look, somebody cares about you again. Congratulations. Die.
You can die knowing that you're alright, I guess.
Yeah.
And he saved his sister. So all of his redemption, I guess it did happen.
Yeah.
So he's like, good to go.
Brienne looked like she was on the ropes. Jamie is fighting with a left hand.
That was the point.
Yeah.
Like, you think everyone's about... Like, I think everyone's literally about to die within a minute, and then Night King dies.
Yeah. A really good makeup job with Arya, too. Like, her bruises and the blood and stuff. She looks badass. Looks really realistic.
And I like how when it was kind of focusing on her after she hit her head, it kind of went blurry and stuff.
She knows she should be afraid, but she can't really place herself. Yeah.
I think that whole scene, even though a lot of people were like, why do we need this?
Yeah.
I thought it was done brilliantly.
Yeah. It's same with the Dothraki thing. Visually, that's exactly what you want. That sets the battle up perfectly. But as a fan, I want to see the Dothraki do something. That's why they're there. So, that's our take on episode 3, season 8. We'll be watching, but I don't really know why anymore. We're down to not knowing why we're watching Game of Thrones.
It's like they killed Thanos in the first movie, but there's a second movie, and we have no idea why.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Killing Thanos happened really fast in Endgame, and that did surprise me. You didn't let me onto that part.
How can I let you onto that?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I saw it twice already.
Yeah. Dustin saw it before me. We went together and saw it last night. The Thanos death surprised me. It's so quickly in the movie. It's like the first 45.
Yeah, I was just like, what? Like, it was like in the first 10 minutes, Thanos is dead. I was just like,
yeah.
All right.
He uses his snap power to destroy the stones. So we're not going to be able to unsnap it. What are we going to do about it? And that's the basic, the middle chunk of this movie. What are we going to do about it?
I think you just, first you start building up the characters that weren't in the first movie that are now in the second movie.
Yeah.
Which I think they tied everything up together. I didn't feel bored.
No, I don't think bored's the right word.
And I feel like every time maybe you thought something was dragging, it was paid off.
Okay.
Like everything was paid off that was in the middle hour and a half.
Yeah.
Hour and 20.
We spend a lot of time. We spend a lot of time explaining time travel. First off, which don't do because you can't, because it's gonna ruin.
Because they explained it and they still did it wrong.
They still did it wrong, right? So they explained it perfectly.
But I guess, okay. Well, I guess to be fair, they didn't. Their plan, they still did. It was the bad guys that ruined their time travel plan.
Okay, but then you have the older version of not Gamora. What's her name? Nebula, killing the younger version of Nebula, which is...
Well, now it's in a completely different timeline at this point. So
now if we're drifting into timelines, then you're not saving anybody because they're still dead in that timeline.
Yeah. So but they still have to fight the foe in front of them.
Yes.
And bring the people back.
Yeah. All the points in the movie, I'm fine with, but they don't make logical sense.
No. And it's a movie.
Yeah.
About magic, pretty much. So
yeah. Superheroes.
That's all the time travel issues we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we're not going to spend any time.
We're done with time travel.
I have one more time travel thing. So Captain America, they've gone back to the first Avengers movie, the Battle of New York. Mm-hmm. Captain America thinks that Loki is stealing the scepter, but it's really Captain America. So Captain America fights Captain America, but does not remember that Captain America fought Captain America.
Correct.
Okay, that's all I want to say.
And if he did remember fighting himself, he thought he was fighting Loki.
Right. He loses the fight.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's all I was going to say.
And I guess Loki's probably going to... I have a feeling Loki's going to be in the third Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
That's where Thor's going to come in.
Yes.
And I think it's going to be like the first, action-esque scene. And then, Thor's going to be gone.
Yeah. So, they didn't do the time travel right. They did Thor exactly right. They nailed Thor. I thought Thor was the best part of this movie.
I give them a 7 out of 10. I think, arc-wise, perfect.
Yes.
But they, maybe because he was a fat slob is why he wasn't... But all of his powers are pretty much magical.
Should be, yeah.
So I don't think it really mattered. Maybe he was drunk. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, I
Should
feel
be a better fighter
from what happened at the end of Infinity War,
mm-hmm. which is super Thor, right?
Like, I guess Thor at his apex.
Yeah.
Add his other hammer. He's getting
doubled up.
He's getting fucked up by Thanos with no stones.
Yes.
So, like, they beefed up Thanos in this movie, dumbed down the Hulk, and even more from the last movie, which I don't like how they...
You don't like the Hulk thing?
They, like, build him up, and then they bring him back. Because at one point, like, Hulk is fighting Thor, and Thor barely wins, or does the Hulk? I still don't know.
Hulk, yeah.
Well, Thor would have won, but he was electrocuted, and he's the god of thunder, and he shoots bolts out of his eyeballs, so I don't know how that really affected him. I digress.
Yes.
So, like, they power them up, and then they drop it all back down.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't...
The thing I didn't like about the Hulk was the Scarlett Johansson stuff. So they've been setting this up as they're kind of ish. She's the only one that can make him turn back into human. But they haven't talked in the 5 years that everybody's been disappeared. Half the world, half the planet is gone. But they never thought to talk?
Have a conversation?
No.
Maybe because I guess she was so worried about Hawkeye.
Okay, sure, yeah. And that is another thing that the movie does well. The opening scene with Hawkeye, it's a gut punch. It makes you remember
what just happened in the last movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a quick reminder, like, in case you missed it, this is what happened.
Yeah.
To everybody.
You know it's coming, and you still, that must be... Yeah.
I didn't know his entire family was going to go, though. I actually thought the daughter was going to be alive.
Me too.
And
everybody else. Yeah. Because the daughter and him are shooting arrows by themselves, and then everybody else is about to have hot dogs at the picnic.
Who the fuck puts mayonnaise on hot dogs?
Yeah, that's a weird thing. I think Canada? Might be a Canadian thing?
But none of them are Canadian.
Well, I'm just saying.
Because he blames it on the kids, and I was weirded out that his sister didn't know that her brothers didn't like mayonnaise on...
It's a weird thing.
Like, the whole conversation, I was like, what? Like, how
Why are we talking about mayonnaise and hot dogs? Right.
When I get it, and she was just like, mayonnaise on hot dogs is gross. Now, like, who likes... Like, she knows her brother likes mayonnaise on hot dogs. It's not their first time eating hot dogs together.
Well, you know what? If my brother ate mayonnaise on his hot dog, I would bring it up a lot.
Well, that's why you don't have a brother.
Good point. Yeah, so I thought that was really effective. And Hawkeye goes bad?
Ronin. He goes Ronin. I guess it's his name when he's like the vigilante. He's the Punisher.
So half of the world is gone, but some bad people are here, and they don't deserve to be. So he's going to kill them all the bad people. All right.
Sure. He's the Punisher.
Yeah.
I guess.
Sure. That's fine. He does fight aliens and supervillains with a bow and arrow, and that's impressive all on its own. A little shout out to...
But how many fight scenes did you see him in this movie with aliens? Besides the dogs.
Yeah, I don't think...
Yeah, no.
He stays out of that. I would too. By the way, I would too. I would be like...
As soon as he's like, here, get this. You don't see him again until the end.
I would be like he is in the first Avengers movie. I'd be up in the little box, and that's it.
Oh shit, they saw me. Yeah. They saw me. I gotta hide.
That's me. That's me as Hawkeye. And, okay, so Scarlett Johansson's character, Black Widow, she has a fight with Hawkeye over who gets to die.
I thought that was a great scene.
So did I. I thought that was very effective, yes. And they tumble over together, and he's holding on to her, and I don't know why she doesn't just give him a double up kick like she's been doing this entire... She could have kicked him in the face.
Well, I think
twice.
She just wanted to be like, it's okay.
Yeah.
She wanted him to... And then she realized he wasn't, so she's like, all right, I'll just jump off myself.
Yeah.
There's no need to kick someone when you can just kick off a wall. And
she's been doing flips and kicks and twists this entire...
Since Iron Man 2.
Yes. I want one of those.
In the boxing ring with, what is his name? The driver?
Jon Favreau is the guy's name.
Yeah. I don't know. Happy. She takes out Happy real quick in the...
Yeah, and it looks like he enjoyed it, so...
Yeah, well,
yeah.
All right.
We're going to get a Black Widow movie, a prequel. Are we going to get a younger actress as the young Russian spy that Black Widow was?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Now there's time traveling in the Marvel Universe, they can bring back anyone they want, whenever they want.
They can do everything except put Spider-Man and Venom in the same movie, apparently.
Yeah. Well, they can.
Nope. No. They put Venom on the other side of the country.
Yeah. And not in that universe.
But that's where Spider-Man needs to go. I'm looking forward to the next Spider-Man.
But he's going to France. So
yeah. You can't fight Venom in France.
No, he's in California. Go.
Who's
West Coast?
It's Mysterio. But who's the actor playing Mysterio in the next Spider-Man?
Jake Gyllenhaal?
Jake Gyllenhaal. Yep.
But he's like a good guy that turns bad, or it's...
Mysterio is a weird plot because he's a magician-y thing, and
he's like
bad.
Shazam.
Yeah.
It's magic. Yeah.
They'll probably do it.
Because apparently, mutant powers isn't magic, but they specified magic powers are magic powers.
Yeah.
Mutant powers are mutant powers.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Fine. Well, Doctor Strange is different. His powers are different.
Well, they're still magic.
Yeah.
It's just magic.
It's all magic.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this. Tony Stark builds a lot of suits and weapons, and where's the atmosphere cleaner? Where is the ocean, the de-oil the ocean machine?
Well, I think he was more focused on...
Defense
from aliens from another planet, because... they spent the whole Iron Man 3, him having panic attacks and his mind is not on cleaning the Earth, it's about defending the Earth.
The smartest man on the planet, by far, he's the one who figures this time travel shit out. And he's not working on anything that would actually benefit.
No, he gave it all up. He's except for making suits for his wife, apparently.
Yes. Who's got a badass suit? She could carry it on. They can put anyone in an Iron Man suit. Just don't call him Tony Stark. If they have another Iron Man...
I think even in the comics, they don't call a different Tony Stark, but apparently the replacement, I forget the kid's name, it is not important.
No, not yet.
He downloads his consciousness into a Jarvis-like AI, so he's still helping out the new Iron Man. So he's like a robot entity.
Yeah.
In the comics.
Alright, that's fine. The Tony Stark stuff with his daughter was good. Even
when Happy was talking about cheeseburgers and because he asked for cheeseburgers when he got out of the cave, and I was just like, I think I was, doing that the pre-cry gasp for about 15 minutes.
I was definitely doing the, don't you fucking cry out. Don't you cry.
Don't you do it.
I could feel it. It was definitely getting...
Oh, the eyes were watery.
Yeah, but I kept it all in. But that funeral scene and we've had so much invested since Iron Man to this. And Robert Downey Jr. is amazing in the role.
Do you think that if he didn't do such a good job, any of this would have happened in the first Iron Man?
That's a good question.
We can go back even further. If Wesley Snipes didn't do such a good job in Blade,
yes,
would we get any of this?
No, I don't think so. Well, we did have the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, but those were Sony, and they had we had a bad Daredevil. There were bad movies.
Yeah.
The Hulk movies were all terrible.
I think the Hulk movie wasn't it wasn't. The dialogue was kind of questionable. The plot was all right, but it was so unbelievable. But that's just what the Hulk is.
Yeah.
There
was something about Robert Downey Jr. As Iron Man that just felt genuine.
Well, because I think Tony is a regular human. He puts on a suit that gives him powers. Every person can imagine that. Every person can imagine the ability to jump from Virginia to California.
Batman's always been fine.
Yeah. Batman's the same. Everyone can get behind. He just has gadgets and he just gets lucky sometimes. But he's really smart. He's a detective.
Yeah.
But it's his gadgets, so you can get behind Batman.
Yeah.
That's why Superman movies kind of are...
Yeah.
You can't get behind Superman because you can't relate.
No.
It's unrelatable.
The comic book writers would write a situation for Superman and then give him whatever power he needed to get out of that situation. So he's just accumulating powers. That's all Superman does for his first. It's just nonsense.
Yeah, well,
right.
It's like, same with the Hulk. Like, it's not relatable.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, Tony Stark, Captain America, Batman,
yeah,
all relatable characters. Because you can be like,
even Spider-Man is a teenager. Doesn't want to be a hero. He feels that responsibility to be one. But I wanted to say Robert Downey Jr. is incredibly charming. I don't know if there's any other actor, like you were saying, that could have done the breadth of things that we needed Iron Man to do through the course of all of these movies. He's the father figure for Spider-Man. He's
the asshole, and there needs to be an asshole against Captain America.
Right.
He's the genius that creates Vision in Ultron. He's like,
yeah,
he's just so needed.
He's the oxygen. He's the oxygen in the series.
Which is why I don't
know either.
I don't think it's gonna last much longer.
Neither do I. There's no end credit scene. That meant something.
Well, there was,
but it's just a ting, ting, whatever you said. But
yeah. What else is going for a circle? That's all of it.
Yeah.
I imagine that's all it was. Like, maybe they'll blow my mind and it's something with Eitri or something like that. But I want to think, since they said it was just like a big circle of time, that it was just going back to the first movie of him building the first Iron Man suit.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. They've closed a phase or a section.
But technically, Away From Home, Spider-Man is still in the same phase.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand whatsoever.
It's fine.
Which is, I guess, coming to Captain Marvel. I thought every part she was in the movie, perfectly fine, except for one.
Okay.
When Thanos headbutts her.
Yeah.
And she doesn't even know that he did it.
Yeah.
So if Thanos was the big bad that killed everyone, who the fuck is going to challenge her in upcoming movies?
Yeah. Thanos beat the shit out of the Hulk in the beginning of an Infinity War.
And the Hulk is supposed to be, like, always arguably the strongest, well, physically strongest person that doesn't lose
if you heard
hand-to-hand combats.
If you hurt the Hulk, it's supposed to make him angrier, which makes him stronger. Every time you hurt the Hulk, he gets stronger.
Which is why the Scarlet Witch, or not Scarlet Witch, but Black Widow was just like, oh, opposite effect. Like, let's calm you down. Let's get you. Okay, Banner, you're back. Thank God.
Yeah.
So, like, what? I mean, I guess in the Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Adam was at the end of that the lady in gold.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what they're called, but Adam is supposed to be like of unbelievable power level.
Yeah.
Like, he can do almost whatever he wants. Like, he kind of like he's wearing his own Infinity Gauntlet with gemstones, but that's just who he is without them.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't...
Yeah.
I don't know, because how do you go from... You just take a punch from the Power Stone that destroys planets, by the way.
Yeah.
And who's next?
She's flying holes through a ship. She's doing all kinds of... Nope, that shouldn't be possible. Nope. But that's her character. The haircut is...
A bit much.
A problem. The haircut's a problem.
Hair grows back.
Yeah. But it's a tough thing to... I guess that's the style. I don't know. I'm not cool, so it might be cool to have hair like that. I don't know. It was a problem for me. I liked her better with longer hair. But I also liked her...
And she didn't ever go into the Omega form either.
Yeah.
Which I thought was... So she can even get stronger than what she was fighting.
She didn't need Omega. She had Thanos down.
So I'm baffled from where they're going to go with this character.
Yeah.
But I guess I can do the same thing with her as they did with the Hulk and Thor. Just dumbing it down.
Yeah.
Just...
Well, all you need is this ring destroys the blah 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 energy that
there are 10 rings of whatever that the Mandarin has that are pretty identical to the...
Yeah. So the Mandarin would be a great villain for Doctor Strange. And we know we're going to get a Doctor Strange movie.
Well, we hope. It's not
It's not for sure, but we should get one.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch is really great as Doctor Strange. But a lot of that
He's also too white.
That was also working off of who? Robert Downey Jr. Yeah. The good parts of him are when
even with just the Doctor Strange movie, I thought he
was good, yeah.
I liked the entire movie.
Yeah. So, I think we both agree Smart Hulk was kind of a fail.
No, I like the idea of it. But the way they, because the whole Russo brother argument with why he didn't put up a better fight with Thanos is because he's just all rage, no tactile fighting.
Yes, right.
And then they didn't even show them fight again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how did you, in this movie, and not even...
Yeah.
Why? I feel like I'm, in certain ways, like, just disappointed. Like, twice this weekend. With Game of Thrones not fully enveloping, like,
yep.
Jon Snow didn't get a fight. The Night King.
Yep. The
Hulk didn't get a rematch with
Thanos. Yeah.
But Scarlet Witch, I thought that the scene was like, oh, you will know who I am.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she's a lot more powerful, yeah.
I think her powers more have to do with her confidence, because she was like created in a lab from a stone.
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah. So you were thinking Galactus is another super powerful, but that's the Fantastic Four.
Well, it's all the same universe,
yeah.
But like, I wish they had not because I don't like Brie Larson, but I like the character Captain Marvel. I wish they had not done that movie, done Endgame, and then not had, besides like a Spider-Man sequel and a Black Panther sequel.
Yeah.
Besides those two, not done another superhero movie for like 5-6 years. Just
clear the palette.
Just clear the air.
Yeah.
And then get people that are on board, refreshed, revamped, to start a whole new universe with like the Fantastic Four.
X-Men.
I think when you get the X-Men and like Fantastic Four, like I think it gets too combobulated because the X-Men have their own great stories.
Yes.
That don't need to be intergalactic.
Right.
They do eventually get there and stuff, but
yeah.
Like X-Men has its own good stories that it's fine if they're in the same references and stuff.
Yeah.
They don't need to be in the Fantastic Four because they have to do Fantastic Four right first.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
And I think Fox finally got the X-Men with the Days of Future Past and First Class. The first three, however, the first one was alright.
Yeah, X2's not bad.
But it's not great.
No, and the third one's kind of a mess. But
oh yeah, because you can't do the Dark Phoenix right, I guess. But they're doing it, and I hope they do it well.
Yeah, but I haven't heard good things about it.
It doesn't even come out yet. It's not until July.
People are saying it's disappointing.
No one has seen the movie yet.
The internet is saying this. So you're right. I don't know this for sure.
Not one person has seen the movie yet.
The internet has seen it.
I guess the directors and producers have seen the entirety of the recorded bits, but they haven't seen it in the way they want it to be.
Yeah.
So fuck you, internet.
I saw the trailer and I'm not convinced.
I like it, but I'm a bigger nerd on this stuff than you are.
This is true. Dark Phoenix is the most interesting of the X-Men storylines. Here's a mutant that's so powerful, they're afraid of her.
No, I like the Magneto colonizing the moon aspect. He's well, if I can't live with you guys, then fuck you. I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah.
I like that whole story. Like Magneto fighting Professor X. I like that storyline the best.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. The X-Men...
But the Dark Phoenix goes
into space.
Into space, which to bring Fantastic Four, if they do it, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But I wish they would just, keep their own... You could merge a little bit, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I wish they had just ended the Marvel universe with this movie, gave it a few years rest, and then maybe expanded on it in a new 10-year saga.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree with you. I came to the end of this movie it's done. That's how I felt at the end of it. Okay, so this is done now.
I've never been so emotionally invested in characters in my life.
Yeah.
Even though I knew like Thor wasn't gonna die, like how do you kill Thor? I don't know. Iron Man's human, so you're just like, all right, well, whatever.
And we've heard enough about Captain America saying he doesn't want to make any more of these movies, so it was kind of that was going to happen.
Well, they killed him without killing him, which is, I guess he passed the torch. Which
no, I think they closed that circle the right way too. They gave him his dance.
Yeah,
he got his dance
from his little vision, or was it his vision, or was it a? Yeah, it was his vision that he was dancing. And then like everyone left, and she left, and okay, yeah.
And we still have Bucky, and we'll still be able to do stuff.
I think I'm happy that he gave the shield to Falcon instead of Bucky, because how do you have an ex-terrorist running around being Captain America?
Well, technically, they called Captain America a terrorist after Germany.
Well, the government called him a terrorist, not the people.
Yeah.
He didn't shoot up a subway station or like the streets.
I didn't see any polls done, so I'm not sure that the people
I saw several polls.
Okay.
Done by a couple people.
All right.
Polling no one.
Polling no one. That sounds right.
So you're like, no?
No, there was that one chick at the end of the Battle of New York who says, Captain America saved my life. Captain America and the Avengers saved my life.
Yeah, but Bucky wasn't in that one.
No, he wasn't.
Wrong poll.
Wrong poll.
So what else is there? Like, Phase 4, I'm just not interested in yet.
Yeah.
No.
They'll have to rebuild.
Don't get me wrong, I'm going to watch it, but I don't... I think you needed a break.
Yeah.
Before you can, like... Because then it's just like, are you just riding the coattails of Avengers until, like, you get some sloppy Fast and Furious 8?
So let's do this. What was better, Infinity War or Endgame? Just to watch. If you could only watch one of them.
I think it was just Endgame, because it was just so... It was the better roller coaster.
Okay.
Like, you had your setups, and then you had your payoffs, and then you had your disappointments, and then you had your what the fuck? And then you're like, that's right, bitch, I'm Iron Man.
Yeah.
It was just more emotionally satisfying.
That's the thing, because you get the thing at the end that's emotionally satisfying, whereas in the other movie you end with...
Well, because everyone knew that that's not how it actually ends.
Yeah. Everyone knew we were getting another movie.
Yeah, but even, like, I've watched the cartoons, I've read the comics of this series, like, it gets way convoluted with... I'm glad it destroyed the stones, because it gets real weird with, like, Dr. Doom finds his own universe and is like, no, this doesn't really work, so I guess it then becomes the Illuminati, so, like, everyone has, like, protection of their own little stone, and, like, it gets real weird, and I'm glad that it's, like, they're done.
Yeah. I don't mind the reboot idea anyways, where, okay, so after 10 years or 5 years or whatever, let's make a new...
But it's a business,
Punisher,
so it's just...
No, we know. I know.
But...
They'll keep making these things.
Yeah, but, like, you have this... I think the only reason why Captain Marvel did as well as it did is because they put it right in between the two biggest movies of this decade.
Yeah. No, that's the only reason I saw it.
And it kind of portrayed like you need to see this movie to kind of get this movie, which wasn't true at all.
Yeah.
I think they cut her out, to be honest.
You think there was middle parts with her in it?
No, I think there was more beginning parts and more ending parts. But I think the middle parts were probably all still the same.
Yeah.
Maybe, like, with her in it a little bit more.
Well, yeah, I don't think... Yeah.
Because in the beginning, when she finds Tony... Okay, so he's in the middle of nowhere, literally. And she just happens to cross his path.
Show up, yeah.
Or did they send her to go get him? Which I think I will be standing corrected. Well, not corrected, but correct in the deleted scenes.
Okay.
Because I think they're going to...
Send her to it.
Or would they even...
The last thing we see is... Nick Fury... No. Yeah.
Yeah, he hit the button, the pager.
Hits the button.
That he could have used at any point.
At any point, including the Battle of New York, which was a pretty shitty day.
Yeah.
We needed some help.
And even with Ultron, like...
yeah,
hey.
Ultron, there's a good one. But no, didn't feel the need.
No, but he starts seeing people disappear, then, oh. Well, okay, we'll do it now.
Yeah, I think a break is a good idea.
But we're not going to get one.
We're not going to.
They're just going to ride this pony till they kill it.
We'll see. Well, how much money did it make in the first weekend?
Well, $1 billion.
$1 billion. So we're going to get a...
But it also cost $1 billion to make, so...
Yeah.
So they broke even in one weekend.
One weekend.
Whereas, like, Hellboy is still not even making a profit
Nobody
yet.
wanted a Hellboy movie. I have no idea why they made it. Nobody wanted...
I was completely satisfied with the first two movies.
Yeah.
The second one wasn't even that good.
No, the second one wasn't very
I was happy with the first one and being like, we're done here.
I'm
We're done.
I'm done with these characters. That was fun, but I'm done.
Yeah.
But
and I think that's what we're going to get with the Marvel Universe now.
They'll run it into the ground.
Only way I think they can make it salvage is like, they make the Fantastic Four correctly, X-Men correctly, and they move in from there.
Yeah. Tom Holland.
They have their own special storylines that you can get behind that don't need a whole universe.
Yeah.
But they have to be like their own independent movies. Which is where DC is actually going. They're like, we can't make this work, so we're just gonna make our movie standalone.
They're trying to win an Oscar, is what DC is doing. That's why the Joker was made. They want to win an Oscar. They want the first superhero movie to win an Oscar.
No, I think Robert Downey Jr. is gonna get an Oscar.
I don't think he will. But that's a fun thought.
Hey,
but no.
A guy can dream, right?
Yeah. So, I thought we would end tonight. Do you have anything else on Endgame? I'm through all my stuff.
No, I was just completely satisfied. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I do have one little scene that I thought was just overly forced.
Okay.
And made no sense in the middle of a battle, where all the girls got together.
Girl power.
Whereas they did it in Infinity War, but it was way more subtle.
Yeah, it was kind of
and it made sense, and it flowed
a little bit
with the movie.
Yeah.
Whereas in this one, it just kind of halted the movie, like it literally halted the movie to be like, hey, this is where we're going. We're going to the A-Force.
Is it the same line? She's not alone. Is that the same line in both movies?
I don't know that much. But
neither do I. I just remember something like that.
But in 2015, Marvel came out with a line with the A-Force, which is an all-female Avengers.
Okay. That's fine. I don't care.
Which sold like 100,000 copies the first month. And guess how many they sold the second month?
Very few copies.
Like 27,000 or like an 80% like decrease in sales.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
They don't make romantic comedies for you and me. Why would they make comic books for people who like romantic comedies? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's work the audience that's there.
Because the guy's going to bring their girlfriend. So girls are still going to be watching your movie.
Yeah.
I'm not saying girls alone aren't going to enjoy these movies.
And I'm not saying that girls can't be the heroes in the movies. But when you force it, we can tell. That's what we're saying. Like we can tell when it gets forced into things.
They paused the movie
yeah.
to have these 10 girls be like, she's not alone.
But I don't think either of us are saying that girls aren't powerful or they shouldn't be in movies fighting
she's
things.
Obviously way more powerful, and I have no idea where they're going to take this character.
Yeah, she's that powerful. But I agree with you.
I don't even think she noticed the headbutt. I really don't.
Yeah. She's smiling most of that fight.
No, she wasn't smiling.
No?
No.
She smiles a lot.
Yeah, but during that fight scene, she had like the grimace, like...
Oh, okay.
She had the grunt face.
She
had the grunt face, like getting a PR. And I was like, the second time I was looking for that. Yeah. I was just like, oh. Because I thought she would probably be smiling too. Or she smiled after the headbutt. No.
Played it right. Good for her.
And I was just like, all right, okay. See, in my head, I just imagined her being all smiley. I was like, okay, that's fine.
Huh.
No, so, I was fine with all the Captain Marvel parts of the movie. Like, I was perfectly fine, except for the random
girl
saves the day.
Thing.
I would have it rather been Valkyrie, because she has the ability to sense death. And like, oh, people are dying. And then like she's like, maybe Thor talked to her about Tony and whatever. And so she's like, Thor, I think your buddy's dying. Should I go get him? Or something like that. But
yeah. Well, and it looks like they've sent Thor to the Guardians, so we're not going to get Valkyrie unless they go back to Asgard at some point.
Well, I think she's going to be in the A-Force. I know the A-Force is happening.
It's gonna happen.
Is
it a television show or a movie?
It's a comic book.
Well, I mean, what are they gonna turn it into? A Netflix series?
Well, no, it's
or
going to be a female version of what we just had from the past 11 years.
Okay.
But like Pepper Potts, I think they're gonna find someone to replace her. Cause I don't think
Gwyneth will go for another 10 years of this.
Yeah.
No.
And she's, I think, getting on the upper edge of age.
Sure.
Maybe the daughter. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. She's she's 5 or whatever.
But it happened 5 years later, so I imagine she has to be like somewhere between like 3 and 4. But she talked really well for a 4-year-old.
She did.
So,
Cheeseburgers.
but she's also a genius's child. So,
Yeah.
And Pepper Potts is her own genius in her own right.
True.
Just not. She's more socially of a genius than an intellectual, like
she straightened out Tony Stark.
Yeah.
That takes something. That's not easy.
But like maybe that, and then like all the other characters are brand new to the franchise, so I imagine they're fine.
Yeah.
But that's probably why they killed like the Scarlett Johansson.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's probably like, no, fuck that. Like,
I'm not doing 10 more years of this.
No.
Yeah. You know who else wasn't in the movie except a picture of her? Natalie Portman. We got to see her.
She's in the credits though.
Oh,
she is in the credits.
She probably got a check, but
they used her likeness.
You know why she dipped out of Thor movies?
Because she's too good for superhero movies.
They changed the director on her. It was supposed to be a female director, and they changed it to whoever they picked.
Well, Brie Larson is, I think, in the works of directing her own movie in the Marvel Universe.
Great.
And like they're having like some weird, like they want to get some Mexican Hispanic samurai thing. It's a comic book character, but it's so weird, and I vaguely remember him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why are they making? It's because they're woke. I think they're getting woke, and I hope they don't go broke because I want Fantastic Four and Silver Surfer, mainly Silver Surfer.
Yeah. Silver Surfer was
my favorite character outside of Wolverine.
Okay, that's up there.
Like, no, he's my number 2.
Okay.
And I thought he was perfectly great in the first Fantastic Four, but I want him back.
Yeah. That movie has problems, but yeah.
No, but I liked it because I'm like, well, that's probably what it would actually happen if this was actually real.
Yeah, there's nobody who's a bigger Jessica Alba fan than I was at that time in my life, and she fucked those movies up.
I would even be happy with like role reversals, like Mrs. Fantastic and like Mr. I don't even know her name. Why can't I? Mr. Fantastic. Then there's what's her name that he's married to?
No, it's Sue Storm. Sue Storm, Johnny Storm.
Yeah, like if it's now
Reed Richards.
Well, no, like their character name.
Oh.
There's the Thing. There's the Torch. There's Mr. Fantastic. Then there's
Miss Invisible. Something
no,
invisible. Something invisible. I don't know. Who cares?
Like if it's now Mr. and the Thing, it could be a girl. I don't care. And like the Torch can be like, I like how they made it in black in like the remake of it. And
I
was
didn't hate that movie. I thought it was okay.
I thought it was.
They have a Doctor Doom problem, but other than that, I thought it was fine.
Yeah, like he
was
resenting and he went crazy.
Yeah, he was just a pain in the ass. There wasn't really a reason for him to be such a dick.
He was like, "Oh, you didn't like me as much as your foster kids. Like, fuck you." Or like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
Like, that's probably not even correct. That's how much I paid attention to him in the movie.
Yeah. And the Thing, before he becomes the Thing, is just tiny. He's a tiny little dude. He's smaller than Reed Richards. That's not how that works. But it's fine. I like it. Yeah, whatever's right. Whatever's right.
So I hope they remake that. It's good.
We talked about the end of the Marvel Universe. We know Game of Thrones is ending. But there is something I'd like to talk about. And that's the difference now between going...
The 2020 election? No, I'm kidding.
That's next week. Tune in next week.
We're not talking about it next week.
We might be.
No, we're not.
Possibly.
Not likely.
Going to the theater versus watching at home. So, Netflix, HBO Go, Amazon Prime, whatever, they're bringing us an experience that is just as good as the theater used to be when we were growing up.
I disagree, sir.
I knew you would.
Because let's go with. Do you remember when the Black Panther, Hawkeye, not Hawkeye, but why can't I think of his name? I think his name is Joe, something on the left. With the wingsuit.
Okay, yeah.
I can't think. Brain fart. Anyway, and everyone came out.
Yeah, on your left.
Audiences, both movies, by the way.
Yes.
Were cheering, gasping.
Completely agreed.
You don't get that in your living room. You do not get that in your living room.
True. You don't get the
It
reaction.
like immerses you in like a different part of being.
Okay.
Because you get in that like mob mentality of getting in with like the movie more.
Definitely.
Whereas you watch it at home, you're just like in your own head, like, huh.
You know what a lot of people do now?
You probably would have cried at home though. If you
I would have
watched it
cried
at home, you probably would have cried.
Definitely would have cried. Yeah. But a lot of people are on their phones now. So you're right. You don't hear the audible applause or gasp, but you can follow it just the same way on your phone as people are live tweeting or whatever they're doing watching.
Well, no, but then you're not immersed in the movie. Whereas when you go to the theater, I turn my phone off.
Yes.
Game of Thrones, my phone's still on. I'm not on it, but it's still on, and if it went off, I'd probably still look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in the movie theater, off. And now that they have like the Dolby theaters that have like the reclining seats and like
vibrates and all that,
like it's like being on my couch, but because you don't really see, but the person, like you have all the room you want, you're just as comfortable on your couch, if not maybe a little bit more.
Have you ever stopped the movie and taken a piss at the theater? Because I know for a fact you left Avengers you knew a spot that would be good because you'd seen it before.
Well, and I've seen it.
Yeah.
So I just go to a different spot that I didn't go pee in the first time.
Yeah. So, okay. I think I made my point with that. It's better to pause it.
It's a plus.
Yes.
To be able to. It is.
Pee when you need to pee.
Yeah, but, I pee a lot after work because I drink a lot of water during the day.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it's not a good time for me to go see a movie that's 3+ hours.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. But, alright, there are other things that can come up. Maybe you gotta take a nasty poop. Maybe you get hungry. The ability to walk away.
Man, I ate a whole tub of popcorn. I am not getting hungry.
Yes, a whole tub of popcorn that costs $27.
I'm an A-lister. I get discounts, buddy.
That's great. How much is the A-lister?
It was $18.
Yes.
But the movie was free. Well,
no.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of, but not. If you pay the monthly, it's like me saying that Netflix is free today. No, I'm paying for the whole month, even if I pay it on.
Yeah, but like it's $21 to see 12 movies a month.
Yeah.
It's way better than you spending your $10.
That's true, but I'm not going to see $12 or 12 movies a month. There's just not 12 movies I want to see.
Well, no, as long as I see 3 a month, I'm perfectly fine. And
You're in the zone, yeah.
I'm in the plus.
Yeah.
Right around 2 is breaking even, but 3 is get your money.
Well, we just saw that the last day.
I saw the same 2 movies twice.
You saw Aquaman twice too?
I did not.
Oh,
I was not a member yet.
Oh, that's
but I am going to go see Shazam soon. Then I'm going to go see John Wick comes out this month.
John Wick 3.
And then I believe it's June when The Dark Phoenix comes out.
Yep. And
then I think I want to start seeing like random movies.
Just like Oscar contenders too?
No, those are all like November, December. So they say.
Yeah. I don't really see any previews that I thought. I mean, The Dark Phoenix was there. I'll probably watch it. I didn't see anything that hooked me. Star Wars?
I mean, I'm going to go see it.
Yeah,
but
Rise of Skywalker.
It's got to be better than the second one because the second one was kind of just meh.
Yeah, meh's right.
And if I see another starship go through another starship, I swear to God, I'll burn that theater down. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding.
No, you can't
I'm
say
just kidding.
that.
I'm just kidding.
No, sir. It's J.J. Abrams is back for this one. He did the first one. So, the first one was pretty good. The Force Awakens was pretty good. I mean, it was almost a remake, shot for shot, of the... I guess it's the fourth in the series.
It was like a new movie that wasn't a new movie, and it was just...
Yeah.
What? It was still good.
Yeah.
I mean,
For a Star Wars
as
movie,
remakes go, it's pretty good.
Revenge of the Sith was the last one we had, so this looks pretty good. A lot of people were excited about The Force Awakens.
Yeah, because everyone was, they wanted to see Luke, not Anakin.
Yeah.
The whiny little bitch he is.
Yeah.
But then they still got him because of... I can't even think of his name. Ben... No, that's not...
Obi-Wan Kenobi?
No, the guy, the new Darth Vader.
Oh, yeah. Shoot. Now I've forgotten it.
Yeah.
Ren. Something... Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. He was just like another
Vader.
Anakin.
Yeah, he's a Vader.
I'll go more like Anakin because he was a little whiny little bitch.
He does
Vader
kills his father in the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas Vader's, he's a badass. Anakin
Yes.
is not so much.
No. Anakin was a terrible idea.
Anyways.
Doing it that way. So, I think the advantages of seeing it at home are starting to beat out the advantages of going to a theater. And I understand the communal experience thing, but we've got social media now. We have community everywhere.
No, it's not the same. Social media is not a substitute for real life interaction and immersion.
Name one other person other than me and Jordan who saw that movie that you know. You want real life interactions. You were sitting in a dark room with those people.
No.
Okay.
Like the environment of being in.
Okay.
It's not the same as being like, okay, how many people are watching it at the exact same time I am? Okay. Oh, they're all applauding too. It's not the same as you look on Facebook.
Okay.
You get the reactions after the fact, whereas when you watch it with... How many people were in the theater with us? Like 200?
It was full. It was
like 200?
Yeah.
On a Tuesday. It was full on a Tuesday.
Tuesday night, 6 o'clock.
But there's 200 other people with you, and you get all of their reactions. You
Yeah.
get all of their groans, except for that one fucking baby behind us. Which I guess he shut up after the first 20 minutes. The baby shut up. I applaud you, parents. Good job.
Well, that's the other side of your coin, Dustin. People are dicks. People are going to go on
The
their
first
cell
time there
phones.
were 0 babies.
Okay. People are going to go on their cell phones. People are going to say stupid things. Those people exist. They don't exist in my living room.
But they never annoy me outside of... Like, when someone says a random comment, I'm like, that was funny, or...
Yeah, so we're different in that way. If someone says something stupid, I'm like, you're in my living room, asshole. Get out of here. No. I just think I was a theater guy, too. I went and saw everything. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. But I'm just not
I guess you
about
are
that
slightly older than me.
I am. I'm getting up there.
I used to go to the midnight showings of every movie.
Me too.
That I go see. I don't see them normal times. It was Thursday at midnight. I'm going.
Yeah, and that meant Thursday at 10 o'clock. I'll be somewhere near the theater. I'll be in line at 11 o'clock. Yeah, that's who I was too.
No, I was in line at 10.
Okay, well you were ahead of me, and I was thinking, fuck that guy.
But the only reason why I changed is because I got married, and she's not going to go watch that movie with me at midnight. I would still go.
I wouldn't. I'm done. Those days are over.
I'd be like, all right, get home from work, take a little nap, eat a little snack, then go to the theater.
No, not me. And these were in the days when they didn't have numbers on the seats.
Oh, now it show up early?
There, yeah.
Oh my god, I wish it would have saved me so many hours.
The Lord of the Rings movies, the episode 1, 2, and 3 of Star Wars, I was there early, fucking my life up.
Why couldn't you just assign seats 10 years ago? 20 years ago?
Simple thing.
God, it makes movie going so easy. You show up 5 minutes early, or even on time, or 5 minutes late.
Yeah.
And you know what seat you're in.
Thanks to YouTube, I'm not worried about missing a trailer. So I'll stand in line and get my popcorn and shit.
I know all the trailers monthly.
Yeah.
I got an update on my phone. Oh, these 4 trailers just came out. Okay.
Have you seen
the trailers? Used to be my favorite part of going to the movies.
Me too.
Now you don't need that part.
Now you don't need it.
But they still do it.
They do. Which is fine.
Yeah.
But I watch them almost exclusively on YouTube.
Yeah.
Have you seen the trailer for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie?
I mean, yeah, because it's in the theater. Or how about
bad?
I'm not saying that Disney movies are bad. But are they scene for scene identical to
Oh,
the animated ones?
I've got a problem with this too. We have this movie already. We've already seen The Lion King.
But I guess they're just appealing to the younger generation.
I think...
Because let's say you had a 7-year-old kid. You have to go see The Lion King.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way around it. You have to go.
Disney's famous about this, where they'll take Pinocchio off the shelf for 5 years.
And then with A New Hope.
Yeah.
Is pretty much just episode 4 over again.
Yeah.
But they got all of us adults to go see, because we thought we were seeing a new movie.
We did think we were seeing a movie, and technically it was, on the surface, different movie, but it was the same plot, almost. So if they remake...
Are these the droids? No, those are the droids. Protect the droids. The droids serve their purpose. We still like the droids. Let's protect them.
Yeah. Bad.
Yeah.
If it's a shot-for-shot remake, that's a waste of time. I understand why they're doing it. At least I thought I did. Because when Beauty and the Beast came out with...
But it was a scene-for-scene...
remake, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, so here's what's happened. The actors realized that animation is the way everything's going. Even Avengers, there's a lot of animatedness to that movie.
Yeah.
If you look at the credits, there's like names of
like if you looked at
artists.
Doctor Strange, his face at the funeral scene, like because the Hulk was right in front of him, so it had to be like animated.
Yeah.
So like his faces looked strange.
So the actors,
Strange's face looked strange.
The actors realized, okay, so how are we going to be able to still have jobs other than our voices? And so they said, okay, let's take the animated films and we'll go back and turn them into live action movies.
Yeah.
Put actors in it.
Well, to be fair though, like with animated stuff, like they put stuff, they take their face,
yeah,
and they put it on the face of the animation, so it's still
Yeah.
like their face acting.
I saw Avatar. I know how that works.
Yeah. But going back to the funeral scene, in case you didn't know who that random strange boy
Yes, I
standing
did that.
alone is from Iron Man 3. He's the boy that he went to his garage.
The little boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that little boy is like 8 years older.
That makes sense.
Like the credits, his name is the same, and
That's smart, Dustin.
yeah.
I was wondering, like, who the fuck is that kid?
Well, there was like they kind of like focused in on like Hawkeye's like kid, and I was like, that's weird. But then like it went to who was the family, right?
Wasn't Hawkeye's fan?
No, like it was Hawkeye's family. Then it panned to the right, and then it was like 3 people. I think it was Ant-Man,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
yeah.
his daughter, and then Hope, and then
The Wasp.
and then there was like a random kid standing right behind him.
Yeah.
That was the kid from Iron Man 3.
Yeah, well, they put him in the center of the frame at one point. Because I remember thinking, that's a strange kid to put in the center of a frame?
Yeah.
Look, you got Ant-Man right there. But, yeah. So I didn't get it, but that makes sense.
In case you guys were wondering why there was some random kid. But I do kind of like how they put Captain Marvel alone in the very back.
Yeah, well, it's the haircut, man.
And then Nick Fury in the back, you know, behind the scenes like he always is.
Yeah.
It makes sense for him to be back there.
Yeah. Can they go back in time and save Tony Stark? No.
Well, they can.
He's got to do the snap. How do you get around the snap? He's got to do it. He's got to die. Yeah.
I mean, they can. The technology in the future absorbs more of the magic, so they just put him in a different suit.
Yeah.
They're like, no, Tony, use this one from 200 years in the
Just give
future.
Hulk another arm. There you go. They just grow a third arm for Hulk.
Yeah, don't get me. We're done.
Let's.
If I go back on a Thor Hulk tangent, this will be another hour long.
I think we've got everything pretty much covered. Marvel's kind of.
I think it's kind of done for me.
Yeah, I do. I agree.
I mean, I'm still going to see him, but I think it's not going to hold the same little
Not
place
the
in my
same
heart.
thing. No. For the last 3 years, it's felt like we've been heading down the mountain, and now we're there. We're done. Momentum over.
In a movie that made me cry, laugh, and
You can't ask for much more.
yeah, like the
Except
emotional
maybe-
roller card is just
maybe
roller
about
coaster.
30 minutes too long, but
Nah, I could have been 30 minutes longer.
yeah. Well, that's where
Better
we're
fight
normally
scenes.
at. Yeah, that's where we're normally at.
And here's to little man navigating his way to the Seven Kingdoms.
Yep, we'll see.
He's still gonna die. Cersei's gonna kill him.
Maybe.
I still had to find out if Jaime's younger than her.
I don't know.
That's
that
very
either.
important.
Younger brother kills her. That's the prophecy. So I don't know either. Who's younger?
Because I kind of want Cersei to kill Tyrion. It would subvert my expectations. Well, because most people, they want him to win.
Subvert your expectation. No, it would subvert my expectations if I could see the fucking battle.
See this.